Good morning, everybody. It is Miranda with MickeyBlog, and today we are here at the lovely EPCOT, and we are going to be doing Genie Plus for y'all. Before I get to the logistics and everything that I've done so far this morning, it is almost 11 a.m., so we're going to take a brief pause, and then we'll get to the logistics and the explaining and everything that I did this morning about Genie Plus. But we are going to go ahead and book our next lightning lane now for Genie Plus, because it says up here that I can book at 11 a.m., so that's what we're going to do real quick. All right, it is 11 a.m. now, so I'm now able to book our next lightning lane, and looks like Frozen Ever After is going to be at 5:30 p.m. tonight, so we're not going to be doing that. We got Journey into Imagination with Figment. I need to refresh the page here, get the updated time. So it looks like the Frozen Ever After, like I just said, is no longer available on Genie Plus, meaning that they have sold out of lightning lanes on Frozen Ever After. And it's also temporarily closed, so that kind of stinks too. And then if going down here, same for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Standby line is 15 minutes if you want to wait in line, but the Genie Plus offering is sold out for Genie Plus as well. Now I already have a booking for Soarin over California in an hour, I believe. We'll keep it simple today, you know? We're feeling simple. We're gonna do Living with the Land. Would I normally book this experience for a Genie Plus? No. Am I going to today? Yes. As you can see, that lightning lane is very quick. It's 11:01 right now, and you can redeem that between 11:05 and 12:05 a.m. I would not normally do that, but because I am out of lightning lanes for those bigger attractions, that is why we're doing that. Now let's explain Genie Plus. Genie Plus, does anybody else remember Fast Passes back in the day? This is the new Fast Pass. The Genie Plus is essentially how you pay to play. It is the paid version on how to skip the lines here in Disney World, and the price changes per park, per person, per day. So you can buy your Genie Plus for your day starting at 12 a.m. that morning. So I booked mine, or bought mine, about 6:45 this morning before 7 a.m. The reason you want to do it before 7 a.m. is very important. So I bought mine before 7 a.m., got it bought. It was not fairly expensive today for EPCOT. I think EPCOT was actually the cheapest day. And it's actually good to go day, which we will explain that as well. A good to go day means that if you buy a ticket coming to Disney World, say you're an out-of-towner, you don't have an annual pass, you're buying a ticket, you no longer have to make reservations. Good to go days is for annual pass members, and on select days, we don't have to make a reservation for parks. So today I did not make a reservation for parks, I didn't make a reservation for EPCOT. I was able to just easily scan in, easily able to buy without reserving anything, and it was very simple. So like I said, I already went ahead and bought Genie this morning, as you can see, or have already seen on the screen, and then 7 a.m. rolled around and I forgot to book my Genie Plus, but I did book the lightning lane, which is free, the first lightning lane. If you do it at 7 a.m., you can be anywhere you want to be at 7 a.m. to book it, or you can book again at 1:30 or 1 p.m. If you are getting your lightning lane at that time, you do have to be in the park. But for the 7 a.m. one, I was at home and I grabbed that lightning lane for Guardians. Now my Guardians queue is over around 12:40, I think it said. It wasn't very fast, as you can see. I was not very fast. So you want to do that immediately at 7 a.m. if you want to get onto Guardians. Immediately at 7 a.m. Like, you go ahead and make sure everyone is good, all of your people are good in the listing. Wait like 6:59, just keep refreshing that page. Refresh, 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 refresh. And once it turns blue, hit that button really, really quickly. Then I forgot to go ahead and go back into my Genie Plus and book my first Genie Plus for the day. And so I realized that about 8 o'clock, and I went ahead and booked Soarin over California. And then that put me in to book again 120 minutes after the fact, or after the park opens. So you can book your first one at 7 a.m. The park opened at 9. So 120 minutes after 9 o'clock, which was 11, was when I was able to book my next one, which is what I just booked. So far this morning, I have gotten a lightning lane at 7 a.m. I bought Genie before 7 a.m. I booked a Genie around 8 o'clock. You want to do it at 7 a.m. And then 120 minutes after park opens, which for me today was at 11 a.m., I went ahead and booked another one. And so that is all that I have. So in my queue before even getting into the park, I have Soarin' over California between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. It is after 11 a.m., so I'm going to try my best to go run over there and get on that. Then we have Living with the Land anytime between 11 a.m. and 12:05 p.m. And it looks like our Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind callback is at 10:56 p.m. So right back to back to back, I have great attractions that we can hop on, and I can book again at 12:05, which is because it's after one of my Genie. Usually it's either after you have scanned into one of your attractions for the day, or it goes up, it does the 120-minute rule. Get over here to the Land Pavilion, so let's go see if they can get us onto Soarin', even though we're a couple minutes late. Sometimes they're pretty nice. You never know. Don't be like me. Do better than I am doing. You can't see me, but I didn't think that would work. So you can be a couple minutes late, but don't push it. Do better than I am doing. Lovely. Now we've made our way over here to Living with the Land, which is in the same pavilion, and we are already scanned in, and I went ahead and booked my next lightning lane because it was available at 12:05 p.m. I was able to book Spaceship Earth, and so I booked that for 12:10 to 1:10 is when we can go do Spaceship Earth. And then, let's see, I'm going to show my tip board right here. Looks like I can book again at 11:10.
For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat. This is at work on the land. Humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our food.
that thrive on salt water.
These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. Research around the world. The produce from our greenhouses and restaurants here at the land every year. Great way to produce more while using less.
We have wrapped up both Living with the Land and the Soarin' over California. I love Soarin' over California. It's so relaxing. The only thing, if you do get motion sickness, I get motion sickness too. Like, I have a really big issue riding Pandora over in Animal Kingdom. I can't ride that very well. This one I can. For me, I don't ask the cast members to like sit in the middle section at all, but there are 3 different sections, 1, 2, 3, and somehow I always get pretty lucky about sitting in that middle section. And when I sit in that middle section, I don't personally get motion sickness because you're straight on with the screen versus when you're on the sides, you kind of have like this angle thing. And I have, and my motion sickness comes from screens, like very big, massive screens. That's why I suffer or I struggle through Pandora in Animal Kingdom, and also like the Hagrid's ride and like Universal and things like that, I struggle with a lot. And then Living with the Land, I always love. It's a boat ride. It's easy, it's fun, it's relaxing, it's very, very chill. Anyone can go on it, which I personally really enjoy, and you get to learn a lot. And I think that's a really fun opportunity, especially for your kiddos and, you know, your family. You can maybe learn something. They have the behind the scenes tour. As you can see, there were people. That's what that is. They get a behind the scenes tour. You get to learn a lot about the stuff that they do and where the food comes from and where it goes, and just like everything that Disney does with the food. And you get to learn more about agriculture. And I just think it's really, really cool what they do here. And at Living with the Land, I love things that come from the ground, so I really enjoy Living with the Land. Now, when I was in line for Living with the Land, I went ahead and booked my next lightning lane from Genie Plus, which is at 12:10 to 1:10 p.m. and that is why I am able to book again at 1:10. So how you're able to book is either by waiting for your next Genie Plus to expire, scanning into your Genie Plus, or as you can see, my Spaceship Earth time frame is 12:10 to 1:10, and then I will be able to book after that timeline. And then we also have Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and it says, ooh, it is our time to go, and I have to arrive by 1:32 p.m. Now, I will say I will not personally be riding Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually cannot ride Guardians of the Galaxy at this time. I just wanted to show you guys how to do Lightning Lane. You book it right at 7 a.m. It's super, super simple. You just gotta be fast about it, gotta be quick, gotta get that button pushing. That is how you book Guardians of the Galaxy if you're like in your hotel room, relaxing, and then you can book again if you are in the park for Guardians at 1 o'clock. I think it's 1 p.m. but I want to say it's also 1:30. One of the two times. We're going to put the correct one on the screen. I don't know why I keep forgetting this. But with all of that said, all of that catching up, we are going to go head on over to Spaceship Earth and go find out what we're going to do in the future.
When we move to the recorded knowledge stage, papyrus, a sort of paper. Papyrus in turn creates better records, plans, designs, and unfortunately taxes. But it also brings with it the dawn of great civilizations. At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, which they create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to house mechanical technology and the birth of the high-tech life we enjoy today. Rome built the first worldwide paper for the world, sharing life's most important moments, faster than ever before.
I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Communicating from anywhere on Earth, and in 1969, from Soarin and
Please remain seated, time travelers.
your future.
Apparently I was not paying attention. Oh my gosh, my face.
The color of the future is green. Your pedal-powered bike requires... Without sacrificing your comfort, your living room can be an actual living room. You can live the good life and the green life in your home in the country. Because in the future, every day is Earth Day. The end. Or should I say the beginning of your future.
I always love that ride. super chill, super fun. You learn a lot, and you have to thank the Phoenicians. So thank you, Phoenicians, for giving us the words that we have today. I lacked them a lot. Taking a seat here in the lovely new gardens that they have here in EPCOT. I'm glad that this part of Walcott is finished. It is great. So it's currently 1:05. Remember, I was able to book again at, it said 1:10, I think it was. So it's 5 minutes prior to. So after I scanned into my Spaceship Earth, I was then able to book another lightning lane. So reminder, you can either book your next Genie Plus lightning lane after you scanned into your attraction or after the time runs out. The things I can book are, let's see, we got the Disney Pixar Short Film Festival, we got Frozen Ever After, Journey into Imagination, Living with the Land. It's weird, I already did that. Mission Space, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which obviously I can't do. Seven Seas, Nemo with Friends, Soarin' over California. I didn't think you could book 2 experiences at the same time, or the same day. Interesting, I'm curious about that. Got Spaceship Earth again, Test Track, Turtle Talk with Brush. So those are the things that you can book here in EPCOT. I know Genie Plus can be confusing. It can be a little bit of a challenge and a little bit of a learning curve, but I promise you, after the first time you do it, after a couple hours, you'll get the hang of it. It's actually really, really simple, and it's really self-explanatory. Everything on the My Disney Experience app is super helpful. It tells you when you're allowed to book, when you're not allowed to book, how long you have, and things like that. I will say the free My Disney Genie is not super worth it. I don't ever use it. I've never used it. So there's like those 3 different types of Genie that I mentioned earlier. You got the free Genie. It's not super great, not super worth it. I've never used it. It pushes you around the park of where it's less busy, but then you lose out on so many things. So I don't recommend using that. I recommend using your own noggin, coming in with a game plan, being like, okay, these are the rides that me and my family want to book, and that's what we're gonna try our best to do. With that, keep in mind, try your best to have a magical vacation, try your best to do all the things you wanna do, but if you cannot do them, it's okay. It is okay, be flexible, be adaptable. You might be here on a really busy day and you might not be able to get through everything that you possibly want to. So just have grace with yourself, have patience with yourself. If you're the person that's doing all the booking, have patience, have grace, it's okay. You're still gonna have a magical vacation hanging out here in Disney. Now that the park system has changed and you do not have to wait until after 2 p.m. to park hop, I will be doing a video on that later on. So be on the lookout on our channel for those. We do have other Genie Plus videos of all of the other parks, Magic, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios, so check those out as well. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This hair needs to just stop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here in EPCOT. I know it was a brief synopsis of Genie Plus here in EPCOT, but I hope you enjoyed it. My recommendation, book those big attractions, i.e. Frozen Ever After, Remy's. Those are the 2 biggest that you would want to get booked first, because by the time I got here at 11 a.m., they were gone. They were gone. So definitely be booking those ones first before they run out of lightning lane availability. Book your Guardians of the Galaxy in the morning at 7 a.m. right when you're able to. Turn around at 7 a.m. and book either Frozen Ever After or Remy's, depending on what you and your family want to do. Other attractions that are super worth it are based on your personal preference, but some of the longer wait times can be Test Track, sometimes Spaceship Earth, but Spaceship Earth fluctuates so much throughout the day that you just gotta watch those wait times. Soarin' over California right now is the current Soarin' that we have. Who knows how long that's gonna last. It could be months, it could be years. We never know how long Disney is going to keep that thing around. But Soarin' over California, it hit 85 minutes today at a certain point, so I'm glad that I got a Genie Plus for that when I did, because it was a super long wait by the time I got over there. With all of that said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check out our other videos about Genie Plus and everything else. And check out Mickey Travels if you want to come here to Disney World or anything Disney related. They are our diamond level travel agency that will be able to book, plan, and make your trip the most magical vacation possible. And they do it all with a free quote, meaning you do not have to pay extra to use Mickey Travels services, which is amazing. They will answer any questions that you might have about Genie Plus, about dining, about room stays, anything and everything. They are phenomenal and they will help you out. And with that said, my name is Miranda. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and I will see you next time. Bye.